StrobingButtPlug.com.
I had one of the most disturbing things I've probably ever heard in my life, let alone at the beach, from my son. Hi, this is Missy Davis, and welcome to the Strobing Butt Plug, a podcast about craft beer, obviously. I about forgot to say our catchphrase. I was going to go straight into introducing my co-hosts, Ariana and Ron.
Hi.
So, today we have beer.
We've been on this for vacation, sort of.
We always have beer. We were on the COVID break.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
Will we be able to taste this beer?
I don't know. I was wondering that. I was like, oh man, we're going to have COVID. We're going to be like 2 out of 3 of us won't be able to taste the beer.
Be like, this beer tastes like water.
This tastes like cough syrup again.
Right. Well, you know what? It would have been really funny if like we had lost our taste or something, or at least you had, because I probably would have thrown something in there and like it would have been like, this tastes like water. Ron would be like, oh, this is
I
fucking
did lose
gross.
my taste.
I did not lose my taste. Everything was great. It tasted really fucking good.
Well, like I could taste like sweet and sour, but I couldn't taste like flavors.
That's
like
funny.
I could eat candy and know it was sweet, but I couldn't taste like it was
Did you
flavor.
know it was sweet because it was candy, or was it actually sweet?
No, you
because
can actually taste the like.
You could
Like the
probably
basic-
feel how
I say, when I had that crap back in the winter, I was like at the very tail end. I lost everything, and I was drinking just weird shit to see what I could taste. Like the little bottles of lemon juice. I was drinking that. I was like, I can almost taste it. The stuff that's usually so bitter you
you
can't.
can feel it. It's
Yeah.
basically you're feeling it, because I heard you could feel hot. You couldn't taste it, but you could burn your mouth with the
No,
hot
I
stuff.
couldn't taste hot because I was sitting there with like the Cholula sauce, just kind of going.
I could taste the spicy. Like I could taste like the basic things that your tongue does. Apparently, like the
That's
sweet,
right,
sour,
right.
salty.
Like the number one thing that still got me was when I drank that 151. I just took a big old swig of a bottle of 151 and held it in my mouth. Normally burning so bad you can't do anything about it. I could take just a hint of oaky sweet. That was it. And then I swallowed it and everything hurt.
No, see, I couldn't smell, so it's like, if I had a nice juicy steak sitting in front of me, I'd be like, oh, I can't smell this. But then, like, the minute I would just take a bite out of it, it was so good, because that was the first experience I had of, like, any senses of it, besides seeing it. And I was like, ooh, that's fucking good. It made everything taste better. Like, it was great. I loved it.
So are you saying everybody should get COVID?
Yes,
The
absolutely.
weirdest thing that I had, which I didn't even tell you, with it was my fucking face hurt. Like the whole left side of my face hurt, my teeth hurt, and my jaw hurt.
Oh, I had a
It's
migraine
really-
most of the
it's
time.
fucking weird.
I had a migraine most of the time with my shit. I was popping pills trying to make it go away and it wouldn't stop.
I don't think I
Yeah.
ever, I had like a light headache a couple days, and I don't get headaches, so that's probably why. Like, I never experienced a headache ever.
Let's say you look at me funny and I get a headache, so.
I used to always get them when I was little, but I think it's probably just because I was dehydrated. Because, well, when I was dumb and young and just didn't really realize. And now I just drink a lot of water, so I'll never get.
Oh, speaking of dehydrated, hey Ariana, what are you drinking today?
I am drinking Missy's pecan pie style.
One of my
there is
brews.
The label.
I love the label. I played a major role in it. Like
This
the
lovely
main
one next to me
character.
went out and went everywhere for looking for a pecan pie, and she did a little photo shoot with herself,
It's absolutely.
looking as sexy and as sexual as she could with a pie.
Missy's pie tastes delicious.
Hell yeah.
And then I sat there
What
with
I should've done.
I sat there in Photoshop and made a lovely beer label.
I should have got a. If I would have thought about it, I would have sent him these pics. I would have been like, not said anything about the pictures, and I would have got a strap on, and I would have like stuck the strap on in it like American Pie style, like fucking the pecan pie, and I would have taken those pictures instead.
You know I'd probably use that, right?
I know you would have used it. That's why I would have done it. Like, that would have been your only option. I would have like choice A, this, and then choice B, the dick in the pie.
I can't imagine the comments on Facebook post.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? That's stupid.
I made 2 labels the day I did that. I made one for Zach Said Taster Glass, which is a Mexican lager, and I just made it look as like cheesy Mexican as I could possibly do. And then for Missy,
Stereotyping.
yeah. Then for Missy, the Missy's Pie logo though, I took and photoshopped all the background out, or she did, one of the pictures. And I found, first I looked for a casting couch, so I put her on a casting couch. And I was at first looking for like a bunch of black dudes standing around in clothes.
Another stereotype. Well, that's a meme, so I
Yeah,
guess
she was gonna be
stereotype.
standing around, and You know, every time I tried to look for dudes in clothes and waiting for a gangbang, just dicks everywhere. I was purposely searching on my phone and not the work computer for a reason. After about 20 minutes of nothing but pornography and hardcore pornography, I was like, all right.
He wasn't complaining.
Well, I was at work, so I had to be a little careful. I was like, all right, silhouette of a group of men. Perfect. I put that in the background.
There you go. But anyway, so beyond the lovely label that we absolutely love, I got 3 beers here, and I think everybody, I know what they are, but nobody knows what the rest of them are. I know which one
So
is.
Bud Light, Dos Equis, and Bud Light.
And Dos Equis is the mysterious beer is.
It is, it is.
I was told not to touch it.
That's right, there we go. First one today.
Ooh, I like the can.
We have AETHER, Aether.
Ether.
Dry hopped sour ale. We're going to drink Ether. OEC Brewing. OECbrewing.com. I didn't do any.
Where are they from?
I did not do any. Oxford, Connecticut.
Okay.
I'm kind of, it's dry hopped, but it's a sour ale, and I don't know what flavor it is. We're going to get that up close. It is a nice looking can.
I like the can.
I think that's probably what drew me in. That $4.60 one can
What's
beer.
the proof?
I almost said 12. It's not 12. It is 6. So we are going to try this one first. And as we're pouring it, it smells sour, and I don't know what it smells like.
I can smell it actually. It does smell
Right,
sour.
it's like we're having smell
It smells
issues.
like lemon, man.
I was wondering, it might
It's
be.
good. So you
I
guys
was
say
thinking
it's
kind
good.
of apple, maybe.
So what were you saying everything tasted like earlier? Cough syrup? Yeah. We'll see if this tastes like cough syrup to you as well.
We'll see. It might just be you.
Might just be your beer.
I mean, maybe.
Your beers all taste like cough syrup. Ooh, that's like a citrusy cloud in there that I was seeing. But no, so anyway, and this goes
like a lot of like sediment in there.
A lot of hazy.
the hazy IPA.
You guys didn't get all that.
No, you did get a lot of sediment. Weird shit.
They must not filter their crap or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see. Maybe I got like the good stuff.
You got the crap at the bottom of the can.
Yeah.
It's
Got all the
sour.
drugs that they put in there.
You did.
Ooh, that is a sour.
I like it though.
So-
Because I can tell it's dry.
I like it too.
Dry hop sour ale, definitely.
I don't know if I'm
got that right.
getting used to sours, but I didn't like them at first, and I'm liking them more and more, or we're just picking good ones.
Right. Well, this is a good one because I liked them at first, and then I started not liking them, and this one's like really good.
This isn't like a sour like we have been drinking though. This is
No.
a sour ale. Those were just, sours to be sour.
Yes, this is true. So this
Definitely
is more.
different class.
It's very sour, more sour than the sours, but also more beer-like.
Yeah.
I like that prairie one that we had the one time that I had picked out. It was like a cinnamon.
Okay.
Like
I know you picked out
a
a good
spice
one.
one.
So anyway, I was going to talk about this. This goes along with our conversation we had during dinner, and it was really funny.
We have the best conversations at dinner, and we got to start.
We do.
We
I'm
might
going to
just
record them,
make-
and I'm just going to make them be shorts on TikTok, Instagram, Reels, and YouTube Shorts.
Or we'll just set up the GoPro and just have the whole thing at the dinner table.
That would be hilarious too.
I'll just
Maybe
have to start cleaning the kitchen better.
One day we should do that. Just one day we should do that. Be like, but then we're like.
We'll come in. We'll have to come in all dressed all fancy. I'll get like a monocle and top hat.
That'd be cool.
You guys can dress up like
Like an evening dress or
an
something.
evening
Right,
dress.
yes. What is it? What do
You
we call
said
it?
something, you
Soup
got like a-
party. We used to have soup parties.
You said something about you got like a
Hell
50s
yeah.
dress or fancy 50s like homemaker dress or something.
So we could do that. But my thought is,
I got one.
I guess we'd have to do it like, on a rare occasion, because if we're eating while we're doing this, like, I don't think that we're sitting there going, like, I don't hear that a lot, so I don't think it would be on camera or in, like, mic, so.
We'll have to be like super prim and proper. when
Yeah, we
do it, like,
will. Pinkies up, like,
cutting everything.
Pinkies up. We'll have to use like good table manners.
Cloth nap.
Elbows
There you
off the
go.
table, all that sort of
I
shit.
don't even know if I own.
I was gonna say, I do, but they're not a good quality cloth napkins. I got them from the Asians from Amazon.
What doesn't come from the Asians on Amazon?
Probably nothing. It's because I was in a bunch of Facebook groups, and it was always Asians contacting me like, hey, we'll give you this if you give us a 5-star review. You buy it, you get a 5-star review, and then we'll reimburse you. And I got like probably $1,800 worth of shit for free.
Is that like five?
Oh,
is that,
I did that for
is
a
that
few
like
months.
is that like the new version of $5 sucky sucky? 5-star
It might be
sucky sucky.
5-star sucky. That's hilarious. It might be Amazon.
Stereotyping.
There you go. Amazon ended up getting. It was like a happy ending. Amazon ended up getting shitty with me, and then they wouldn't let me review anything else. So like I ended up having to pay for a handful of stuff at the end. That's great. Makes you look like you're crazy.
I am crazy.
But no, so anyway, back to the original, like our conversation at dinner where I was like waving at my beard. Hi.
There's bugs flying around, okay?
So
She's got bugs.
So they made me a little bit drunker than I am because
Yes.
they both had the pecan pie stout that I made. They both also had the blueberry lemonade beer that I made.
So generally when we have one beer during dinner, we had two, and the pecan pie, Missy's pie, is fairly strong there.
It's
8.8.
8.5%. So
Yeah.
It's delicious. It tastes like cough syrup.
I thought you were gonna say it tastes like Missy's pie.
tastes like that. Taste that like that time she went down and Missy was eating her other pie.
I taste like cough syrup. I should know.
If that pie's tasting like cough syrup,
I've got an alcoholic badge. It's cool.
wow, that's a hell of a party right there.
It is. But anyway, so earlier, before we were getting ready to get on here, so I was just in the restroom and I was like, I'll just go pee real quick. I don't have to worry about locking the door. I actually looked at the door and I was like, I don't think I know how to lock this. It's probably one you gotta turn the doorknob, push in and turn it or something like that. Or else
What?
your bathroom.
No, there's like a weird like thing on the side of the on it.
Gotcha. So either way, I was like, I don't even know how to lock this door. I was like, I don't think I've ever locked it. Well, fuck it. And I'm peeing. And then, like, I heard some footsteps. I didn't think anything of it. And then the door started opening. So I frantically screamed, like, on purpose. I really didn't give a shit. I was like, ah! And then, like, the door shut real quick. And it was Ron. And it was hilarious.
I was setting up some equipment for the recording, and I was like, oh, I gotta pee. I didn't know she went in there. The door was shut. I'm like, yeah, maybe she's just keeping the door shut.
I figured he saw me go past him on my way to the bathroom.
And I was cleaning the kitchen and I heard her scream and I figured maybe she saw a bug.
I just figured I scared the shit out of her. There we go.
No, it was, I was this close to thinking about just remaining quiet, so when you walked in it would scare you, and then I was like, no, I'm just gonna scream at him because it'll be funny. And then I was like really upset and disappointed that I didn't have to fart, because if I would have had to fart really loud, like I would have sat there really quietly until he opened the door and made eye contact with me. I would have kept eye contact the whole time. I just was like,
This is like a domination move.
yes, I would have been asserting my dominance. My bathroom, leave.
You know my dog does that, right?
Shit's on the floor.
No, dominant shits. So Charlie, because I got a neighbor who's got a dog about his size
Oh,
now.
gotcha.
When that
There's
dog,
the other dog and the other
when that
dog.
dog's out there, they will like do dominance, shitting each other. They'll look at each other, like just walk around, just like, and just plop out shit. And I'll be like, that dog hasn't shit in a while. Hey, the other dog's out there. He needs to dominate shit. Now that he's done that, I don't have to walk him.
That's great.
Does that say like what kind of flavors it has in it?
I
or
don't think,
anything?
I don't know.
Because
I was
it kinda-
wondering.
I don't taste like citrus, and I don't know what I taste. Maybe you're right about apple.
It tastes like something, and I can't figure it out either.
It is AETHER, is a sour ale brewed with wheat, malt, and oats fermented with our special wild yeasts. It is lightly hopped during the boil and the dry hopped after maturing in oak. The dry, I don't taste the oak, so the dry hopping slows down the activity of the souring bacteria, resulting in a very refreshing acidity, complemented by the aromas and flavors from the hops.
So all the flavors come from the dry hopping.
Huh.
Yep.
Cool.
I was gonna say because I don't really taste like lemon or
I
anything like
know.
that.
I was kind of like I was.
This is what I was saying earlier. This is not like the sours we've had before that were sour because they were fruited. This is just sour because of how they made it.
Right, cause see, I mean, like, there's a dominant green color, and so I'm think that what makes me think like
Well, also they
green
said
apple.
they also said wild yeasts. So I'm trying to figure out
what is a wild yeast?
A wild yeast. That's just whatever's in the air and the environment that they're in. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, you know, what they did to get what their process is. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to just leave the lid off the fermenter and let whatever get in there.
So, like, the third one down, Googling, I put OEC brew, and it's this particular beer, so people must wonder about it. So, if we go on to Untapped, that would be people's personal opinions of what this actually tastes like. It's got a rating of 4 out of 5, so I mean, it's good.
I wouldn't drink a case of it, but you know, that first hit, I
That is
didn't like
pretty
it, but by the time I got done, it's pretty good.
I could drink 1 or 2 of these.
Yeah.
Somebody described it as a pale ale. It's not a pale ale. I could drink a couple of them.
I mean, from appearance, it's pale ale, I guess.
Well, it says it is very lightly hopped during the boiled and dry hops fermentation with Hallertau, Hallertau blank, and laurel. The dry, that must be the flavor of the.
Laurel's a flower, isn't it?
I think so. L-O-R-A-L.
You run some place.
What?
L-O-R-A-l.
I think
I was-
laurel's a flower.
I was
like
thinking it was
wallflowers.
like a pine tree, like laurel.
Maybe it does. I can see it having.
But
It's kind of a
it
piney
smelled
thing.
different.
I don't know. I like it. It's good.
I like it, yeah. That was good. It's refreshing.
It says pertaining to lore. Stupid.
Man, it's hot as balls in here.
It's
I
like
don't feel
fucking.
it's too bad.
like
It's, you know, it
90
feels a
something.
lot cooler in there when you have the stove and shit going though.
Well, it's like a hot ass week. All last week was gorgeous, man. I was sleeping with the window open and shit.
I know.
This week it's like humid as hell, like 90 degrees plus.
I'm kind of almost ready for fall. Although I like the summer.
Right, I like the summer
Speaking of
too.
being
I used
ready
to
for
love the
fall-
fall. Now I get coldy as a week.
Speaking about fall, man, I'm impressed. It's like, you know, we're just starting August. And all the damn pumpkin ales are just everywhere on the
Oh,
I haven't had a single one yet.
All of my like advertisements on Facebook and stuff have been for like sweaters and winter clothes and stuff. I'm like, Jesus,
That's
it's like
funny.
August.
With I'll just say with the climate change, sweaters and all that shit, that feels like wishful thinking to me.
Right.
Um,
I don't know what my ads have been. I haven't been on Facebook because they kicked me off for saying guys are douchebags. Apparently the word
You
douchebag.
are.
Right, exactly.
well, I
The
am a
word-
douchebag,
the
but
word-
that's besides the
Right,
point.
the word douchebag is obviously hate speech is what it told me. And my exact thing was I was in a group where it's like it's a group where
I
the
still like
owners are advertising for like boudoir photos.
I still like the time that I said white people are awful and I'm a white people. And
Yes,
I
and
got
you
dinged
get-
for that.
We
Yes.
are awful.
We are. So
you.
and I just gotta use code. But my friend, she posted a picture of herself, and I was like, "That's a good looking picture of her." It's like I'm gonna gas her up, like, "Damn, you're beautiful," and then like she's like, "How come guys can't say that?" It's like, "Cause guys are douchebags," and then I got kicked for 30
What's your
days.
pussy look like?
Will
That's
I
what
get
makes it.
will I get
Right.
flagged?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Well, what's your pussy look like?
you probably
versus-
wouldn't get flagged for that, but you would get flagged for being like if you say you look like a pussy, like or well, you maybe, or you would get flagged for saying
So if I saw a
white
picture,
people are
of,
pussies.
so if I saw a picture of someone's cat and commented on posting, would the AI be intelligent enough to know that I'm referring to the cat?
I don't know, but you also like you're given like I've been booted for 30 days like twice. So the first time you didn't have an ability to
Contest
dispute it, yeah. But then so I disputed it this last time and nothing. I was not alerted with it. It was like stupid. I'm like, this is just a lie. I'm disputing it just to make myself feel better. That's what they put that on there for. They're not doing anything.
Well,
I
what
have
the-
not been booted from Facebook yet.
Well, what the hell was
Dude,
it?
it's like 24 hours, 48 a week, and then a month.
Well,
like
I
so, I've had a month twice. I
Well,
keep
I
getting
got
Facebook
I got a
grounded.
note talking about that shit. I got a notification the other day that there was a copyright claim on a video that I posted. I'm like, what the fuck? Like 3 years ago, I went to a Slipknot concert and recorded a video
It's
of
so
it,
fucking dumb.
and it was like, then it was like, well, just to let you know, Warner Brothers has unleashed their copyright claim on a new video. I'm like, really? You guys are gonna get mad at me because I went and paid, you know, a god awful amount of money and saw Slipknot, and I'm gonna be okay. Fuck you.
You know what? Like the majority of people, even if they have a video like that and they're, let's say, a network marketer, they're not making money off that particular video, so it's not doing anything. It's just gaining. They're literally gaining views and gaining
I
audience.
was gonna say it's like advertising. Basically.
It's free
And-
advertising at that.
At that point, right? Because for them, it's like you're gaining views and audience, and if they like your videos and they like your product, they'll buy your product. You're not making money from that particular video. Nobody advertises in videos like that, and then those particular videos just get the band out there. Like, a band's not gonna be fucking pissed off. Most people.
I mean, maybe if the band, like, one of the guys was like high on cocaine and like puked all over himself and showing himself on stage.
I've seen videos where they're doing that. Like, it's their in band videos. I know they don't edit that shit out. They'll like do stupid shit. Well,
it's a band. That's. Like
or you could
Slipknot in particular. That's like a fucking image right there. Anyway,
you could mute it. You could mute it and play that. Be like, look what this dude did on stage. That's what they do on the news. Like, if that happened and somebody was there and sold their video to some
TMZ or some shit.
Yeah,
TMZ.
they could do that, and then they would just mute it if they couldn't play the music.
No.
But anyway.
So, are we ready for number 2?
Yeah. Number 2.
I'm ready for.
I'm ready for.
I was gonna say.
I'm ready for number 2.
Number 1. I already taken number 2. Oh, that was a
Did you already do the number 2?
I did not do the number 2. I talked about having to fart and blow major ass.
You were in the bathroom, so I didn't.
No, I peed.
Oh.
No, if I was shitting, I would let you open that door.
To pee too.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I know this.
But if I literally, if I'm just peeing, I might make a spectacle of being in the bathroom and somebody's opening the door. But if I'm like fucking being all nasty in there and like just fucking shitting and it stinks real bad, I'm gonna let them walk in.
Every once in a while we might stand and like stick your finger in a certain spot and like.
Don't think I've ever done that. I tried a shiwi once. Did I ever talk about that on here?
No, I
not
don't
on
think
here,
so.
but you talked about it.
Interested.
There you go. Alrighty. So this particular beer is called Punch Yourself Chug Chug Chug. It's another sour. So it's a sour ale with angelica root powder, cardamom, cassia powder, lemon peel powder, orange peel powder, coriander. Oh, there's a lot of shit in there. Juniper berries, star anise powder.
Ew.
It's probably not a whole lot since there's like a whole bunch of shit here.
It's gonna.
No! What the fuck is going on here?
Pour it. Here.
Hold on.
Here.
Let's see what we got going on here.
Like you didn't even like there
That's-
for like a minute.
That's like one of those sours that Zach talked
It
about.
is. It's those 450s.
Yeah, because they got all that fucking fruit in them and shit. They foam.
They do foam.
Is that a 450 North?
It is not a 450 North.
Okay.
I don't know where to pour it from. Assholes. There we go.
We apologize
It's-
to your floor.
It is. It's got that weird.
Cat pukes all over it, so better than cat puke.
So those 450s are very.
That's like orange juice looking.
So 450s are very juice looking, and
They
this
have a lot
is
of
too.
fruit and a lot of juice in them when they do their ferment.
So that must be the
all
common
that shit
factor.
you were reading off.
Well, I was gonna say that must be the common factor. That's
I'm,
why
like,
it
super
started.
interested to find out what this tastes like.
That's why it started doing its thing that it was doing.
See, that has some sediment in it.
I was gonna say I'm
I'll
seeing
say with the all the shit that's in it, I would be surprised if there wasn't. This powder, that powder, and all that other crap.
I was like, why is my hand? I thought I was like, this can can't be sweating that fucking
Ooh, it
much.
smells good.
I can smell it. I didn't.
You
get
know that what's that shit called? Five Alive juice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it smells like.
that's fine. It does. And that's got a whole bunch of shit in it too.
That's
This
exactly
is like
what it smells
orris
like.
root, pineapple, passion fruit, apricot,
You know,
vanilla,
I think
and
if
lactose.
this had been the first thing we would have drank, it tastes super sour to me. But because we had that other one that was
Which
a lot
was
more
super
sour.
That's good. I like it.
I was
I
gonna
like
say
it better than the first one. The first one was good too.
This here, what is the brewing company? This is just like random. Stop, drop, and roll. Keep fresh. Head brewer Rachel Howard. Ouzel Finch Beers and Blending. 81 Patch Road, Fort Monroe, Virginia. 8%. We are getting trashed today.
Rachel, darling,
And Rachel's
you
great.
did good work.
Tomorrow it's gonna be beer fart Wednesday for sure.
She's just gonna be like, oops, I shit myself Wednesday.
Well, with all this
Oops,
fruit,
that wasn't a fart
you know, with all this
Wednesday.
fruit, all the fruit and shit in this beer, baby.
Is a fart supposed to run down your leg Wednesday? That's great. That is tasty.
It's good.
It's like an orange juice and beer mixture.
It
Like,
is.
you
It's
know,
like it'd be like a mimosa or something.
I was
It's
gonna say, if I was
you're
doing like
drinking
beer
this
for
with
breakfast, beer for
pancakes.
breakfast,
Yes, you are.
beer for breakfast, this would be great with like some scrambled eggs and hot sauce.
Right?
It would be good with like, I don't know that I would want to mix a shot in there, but
Not, you know.
I was thinking like a like Crown Maple or something in there.
Nah, just give me some like scrambled eggs, a little bit of hot
Pancakes,
sauce.
maple syrup.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the maple syrup on its own, but no.
It just makes me want breakfast food.
so
Yes, even
so
when
my
you say-
so my it does.
I always want breakfast food.
Right. breakfast is my favorite. But no, this shiwi thing.
Oh yeah.
So for
Man,
those.
we got way off.
Well, the kid started jizzing all over.
Right,
her.
the kid did start jizzing all over
The
me.
kid got all excited because she's like, ooh, my shiwi. It's like, oh, talk more about peeing, girl. That gets me hard.
That's great. So anyway,
Did we do the can show?
no. So for those.
Man, is cool.
Yeah, it's got a chicken on it.
Choke your chicken.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Choke your chicken, but it's punch. It's called fruit punch.
Oh, punch your chicken.
That's what I think. Punch yourself is what it is. So anyway, so I'm this. For those that does not, if you don't know what a shiwi is, you live under a fucking rock. But a shiwi is like a funnel that's like rubbery, and you can.
Apricot and pineapple. That's what I was tasting.
You take it with you when you're out like hiking and all that good stuff. You're out in the wilderness or whatever, and then you can stand up and pee like a girl can. So anyway, with the shiwi, I had a not shiwi brand version of it, and what happened was I live close to a town, and I drank like a 24 ounce of like a 8% drink, and well, okay, so yes, I poured it in a shaker bottle. I went uptown, I was like, I'm gonna go for a walk, and I'm like doing all this. And so then I was like, oh man, you know what? I want another one of these. So I went and got another one, like a Mike's Hard 8%, 24 ounce, whatever. Dumped that in the shaker bottle. And I'm just walking around town enjoying my shaker bottle. I'm like, whew, like I'm pretty buzzed. I'm gonna stop in here in the bar and just chill out for a minute before I walk home. And then while I was in there, the bartender was talking to me, and I told her what I had had in there. She goes, oh, you want something to go? And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So she made me a sex on the beach for my cup. You know, she charged me whenever she wanted to charge me. I'm like, fuck yeah, you know. So I had that. While I was there in the bar, one of the guys that's a regular in there, he was talking about, so he had some of these. It was a cardboard shiwi. And he had some of these, like, so one of his family members was selling them on, like, they just branded their own on Amazon, so he was getting their stuff that had their, like, business card in it and whatever. So,
a shiwi with a business card in it?
Yeah, well, the shiwi, it was in a Ziploc bag, so it had, like, a cardboard shiwi that was smashed flat and then a business card.
And
so
it was, like, maybe printed on there.
That would be funny.
Think of me when you go pee.
Think of me when you go pee. So, but I had this, so it was really great, because I had this, and I'm like, oh, I gotta pee so fucking bad. And I got to the edge of town, and I was like, I still had about another half mile to get back to my house. I was like, I gotta pee super bad. And so at the edge of town is the little cop station. I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna piss on the back of this. So I ended up, so I got this shiwi thing out, but a shiwi is like a bigger size funnel, and it goes to like a really small spout. This was a bigger size, like cardboard, just opening, not really a funnel, and then it was like a smaller spout, but not nearly as small as the shiwi spout. So like, I think the small shiwi spout is what gets it and actually makes it successful, because this bigger cardboard spout, I don't know how big it was, I'm like making motions with my fingers, but I don't know how big it was. So I'm standing there drunk trying to use this, and all I did was piss all over my shoes. So I was like, well fuck, but at least I didn't have to pee anymore, and then I just left my shiwi there, my one-time use cardboard shiwi, and then I was like, well, I'm out, so then I just fucking went home. But that's the story of the time I used the shiwi.
Would you like us to
about
order?
getting one to put in my car or something?
Well,
yeah.
would you
It'd
like
be
it?
alright to have one of those.
You guys should get real shiwis and then just do like a review of them
A shiwi review.
Should, that's a good
And then
idea.
we can put the links in our description.
for like a future episode.
We
Be
could.
like, well, for this real one, I didn't pee on my shoes, and you know, if you wait till winter, you'd be like, and I like wrote my name in the snow.
Man, I thought of
So I
something.
would take a picture of it and I would post it on like the video and on our Facebook, Instagram. I would post it on everything.
I thought of something to talk about a minute ago, and like now I can't fucking remember.
Because you're
what it was.
trash.
No.
Okay, because I'm trashed.
No, it's because I was listening to your story. And I
The
was like,
shiwi.
Yeah. Damn it.
Look at Ron's face. That usually helps me find something to talk about. God, don't ever do that again. Did I tell you that before? I told you that before. Like, dude, don't do this. Stop doing that.
It gave me something to talk about.
Stop doing that.
So while she's thinking about that, the beer labels and all that, I have finally got enough of my own homebrew together, and despite planning the party out 3 months ago, I'm having a shit ton of people over this weekend to try all the damn beers I've made.
Shit ton.
And the theory is, if they like it, I'm going to see about trying to find money to open a damn brewery.
There you go.
That they don't like it. Well, I'm gonna keep making my own beer and screw you guys. I'll hide in my basement and drink like a proper alcoholic.
You can sell beers to other breweries or take them and just, have them help you get your shit out.
Actually, there is a guy coming that I knew from back in the Hastings days, and he knows some brewery people that are over in Muncie, Indiana.
Nice.
When I was texting with him, he was talking about somebody that has a bar over there that will leave a tap open for people that will do their own homebrew stuff.
Oh, cool.
And, basically, you give them a keg and then they'll fill it up and you get whatever money comes out of it. So
Nice.
that's something.
That's cool.
There's a brewery, I guess it's a brewery. I don't know if it's a brewery or just like a tap house that we need to go to. So it's in Greenville.
Oh yeah, I know what
It's-
you're talking about.
They got like 80 some taps. Or,
Sure Shot Tap
I
House
think
or something
so.
like that.
I think Adrian's talked about that before.
and
Wow.
apparently you have a card, you pay by the ounce. So whatever, you swipe your card and you fill it however, self-poured.
All that said, that's awesome.
I see little spots, but not like.
Here's a...
Ariana had like little tadpoles floating in her last beer.
This one does
Nah, that's
too,
because I got
actually.
excited.
It was sperm.
Sperm, there you go.
Brass monkey.
But no, we had brass monkey.
Yeah.
Is that what sperm is?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever related the two.
Really?
No.
Brass monkey, in the little Beastie Boys song, somebody picks up the cup, jacks off into it, and, get your buddy to drink, and that's a brass monkey.
Oh, okay. I did not know
I
that.
didn't either.
So I just remember the time back in the day. Ron's gonna remember this as soon as I can start talking about it. Maybe I was just hanging out with him, and I said something about Ookie Cookie. I said something about Ookie Cookie. I was like, "Have you ever played Ookie Cookie?" He goes, "I don't know, maybe." And I laughed.
No idea what the hell Ookie Cookie was at that point.
You didn't, and I was like, "Are you serious, dude?" And you're
Is that
like,
like Soggy Biscuit?
"Yeah, that's like," or I've heard
So,
it called Nut on a Cracker.
So for those that don't know what Ookie Cookie is, a bunch of guys stand around in a circle and jerk off on a cookie. Whoever comes last has to eat the cookie.
That's so gross.
It is gross. That's so funny though. I would probably watch a contest of that. There'd be like some kind of, I don't know, competition. Like, all right, guys, let's go. Like you could.
It's like some college hazing shit that
That's
isn't
kind of
allowed
like
anymore.
weird porn fetish thing.
No, it's like college hazing shit, I think.
It probably could be a porn fetish thing, but to me, it wouldn't be a porn fetish thing. But I would like to get a big group of people around a group of people doing that, and then place bets. Like,
See,
that guy is kind of half limp. There's no way he's getting off. Look how big that is.
He's like that guy hasn't had sex in years.
Right, like
So
he's about to blow now. Like,
so the guy that's like, man, I had sex with my girl just like 20 minutes ago. I'm on this. I've got the best. I can fucking come anytime you want. That guy is going to be in the most problem because he'll be like, damn, come on, man. Come on. Oh, God. Fucking Nerdy Carl over there. He already fucking jizzed twice on this shit. Oh, God. I have to eat Nerdy Carl's jizz. Oh, God.
just twice on it. I would love to see that. Dude, fucking show off. He'd make the other dude super fucking nervous. Like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna jizz twice. That'd be fucking hilarious.
No. You gotta be like, I'm gonna jizz twice. Gotta have that like super nerdy,
That's
high-pitched
hilarious.
nasal thing going on.
Chewy.
Pocket protector shit.
Totally trash from these. I bet that other one's a really potent beer too.
Dude, so what I was gonna say.
Oh yes, you did have something.
So
you
this
said.
beer says it has coriander in it. And for those of you that hate cilantro, like me, I can't taste it. But like I have that gene
Where
where
it tastes like
it
soap.
tastes like soap, and yeah, I
So
can't.
that's a coriander thing too.
It's coriander and cilantro are like.
So that tastes
I
like
think
soap to you then?
coriander's like, huh?
But-
I can't taste it in that, no.
Okay.
But cilantro, yeah, it does taste like soap.
I had a
I can still remember the first time my mom fed it to me, and I was like, I'm still traumatized.
That's great. I had a coriander beer at, where was it? Carillon Brewing. And that place was really cool because they have like their brewery, you go in there and it's like there's a water wheel and they actually brew like the old style brewing process and everything. Like the stuff on the menu is like I guess maybe food that you would have ate in that particular, wherever their time that they have that set to be. Your servers are all dressed like that, like they don't have any buttons or zippers or any snaps on their.
Talk about
I think we have.
Talked to a lot of people about that. I've just never been.
But they had a coriander beer, which I thought was good, but I also did not like it because, so working in EMS, I had a partner that had bed bugs, and I got bed bugs from her, and they were on the truck, and I had bed bugs in my house. And for one, that's just like a fucking just overwhelming experience to try to get rid of them. And when you see them and you just fucking, fuck you guys, you go to smash them, it's exactly smell like coriander to where I'm like, is that what coriander is? Fucking smashed bed bug. Like, you would not know the difference.
I don't hate the smell of it because
I
it
do,
just smells
because
like
of that.
soap, but the taste of it tastes like
It's
soap.
the beer. I tried to appreciate as much as possible, and it actually wasn't too bad. But as for it smelled just like those bed bugs. So when I was drinking, it was like, bed bugs. Like, it was
So, like, what time
gross.
period would that beer have been from?
God.
Keep following.
Very early 1900s to like a late 1800s, I think.
I'll say one of the channels I follow, like I started following it because the guy was brewing like, you know, Civil War era, like colonial era beer and things like that. He's talking about like going out and clipping like pine needles off of trees.
Gotcha, right. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that
Yeah,
too.
pine needles off of trees and shit like that. And I was just kind of wondering if it was from a similar time period as to that or what. Because they're going to be using, you know, it's not like now where I can get pretty much anything I want from anywhere on the planet. I just, within a day or two.
Right.
Then
You would
it's gonna
actually
be-
have to find. It was like a hide and not
Yeah.
a seek and
Well,
find type game.
You know, it'd have to be intelligent like that one over there who earlier when she made dinner was, she wasn't cilantro. Well,
It was not cilantro because she hates
crap,
cilantro.
not cilantro.
Dill weed.
Her dildo.
Her
She
dildo.
didn't have any dildo, and she remembered that there was like some fresh dildo growing around her yard. And she found fresh dill just growing out there and used that in dinner.
Yes.
So you know, if you're gonna be doing shit like, you know, the flowery stuff like that, you're gonna have to know what it is and use what's local. So I was kind of curious to know what time period that would have been from. If they would have even said, I don't know.
Well, I don't think it was more like of a local type, you know, time period, we would find what was local, but probably what was readily available in that time period, maybe because it's not like they were doing like shit like we're drinking now. But what was really neat, so some of it was like, you know, in that time period, they would not have been able to get it as cold as we can get our beer today. So they would serve it to you about the same temperature that you would be getting it then. And at the same, like, it also would not be as carbonated just because they wouldn't be able to get that type of carbonation in there. So you could get it like.
No, so like all my beers before they're bottle proofed.
Basically, yeah. So any of their, exactly like that, because any of your beers before it was totally bottle proof, I would have it, it'd be like lukewarm or like kind of just not really chilled, just not warm. And then like a little bit of carbonation, but not a whole lot. So all of their, like, they wouldn't have a mass amount of beers, but they'd probably have like 5 or 6, you know, beers. But they would have all of them modern and all of them back in that time period. So you could choose which one you wanted to try. So I could try one and then try the other, and you know, they would taste exactly the same. There'd just be like small differences, which is kind of cool.
No, modern.
It's a fun place to go.
Like modern, they'd probably be running it through like a bright tank and injecting the carbonation versus old school. At best, you could let it bottle carbonate, that sort of shit.
Probably. That's pretty much what they did, I'm sure. But so anyway, I'm looking forward to this one. I thought like shit, like before. So that's probably been about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, for some reason, I thought I was the host. Oh, it's because we.
You would have been the host last round, but your COVID vacation.
Well, no, but I was still the host.
And your real vacation.
Right. So I planned my real vacation around this, and then but when our last episode we did, the one before that was when we went out to those brewing places, and I did actually host it, but then I figured I would still have to be responsible for bringing beer in. But then you brought beer, the Japanese beers, so then that's what we ended up doing. So.
No one to turn Japanese.
Yes.
I was turning Japanese. I really thought so.
Right. So now.
Yay for euphemisms for coming.
Oh, that's dark as fuck.
It is, and it's going to be delicious.
Is it a sour also?
It is not a sour. It shouldn't be. It'd be like a weird sour.
Well, I think we had.
Oh, I can smell it.
Well, it was still like that one time we had that the one that I thought tasted like acid reflux. It was that
Oh
dark.
god, that was a really good one. But that was like, yeah.
That was also a really dark one.
I don't know if it has any coffee notes in it. Whoa, almost spilled it all over myself.
That's a party foul.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, it has like a.
Oh, god damn it, why did it do that?
Good God.
It went boom.
It's like you've been drinking or something.
It rainbowed. It rainbowed over it.
Oh shit, that's good.
I've been so
I
looking
don't know what
forward.
it is though.
It smells so good.
Like the taste is familiar, but I can't.
It's like a
think of
whiskey
what it is.
stout,
Mm.
bourbon stout, something.
It has like bourbon or coffee or
I
something.
don't. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know like what kind of beer it is. It is German chocolate cake imperial milk stout.
Ah, chocolate.
Weidmann's fine beer.
I don't like German chocolate normally either.
German chocolate, that's what it was, okay.
Imperial milk stout with coconut, chocolate, and lactose added. 10%! Oh my god, we are trash today.
Shit.
Woo-wee, hell yeah. Weidmann's beers date to 1870 when George Weidmann crossed over the Ohio River and first brewed his German lagers in Newport, Kentucky. They quickly gained favor, and his upstart brewery grew and prospered even during Prohibition. Nice. Out-of-town owners eventually shut down the Newport operations in 1983, but diehard local fans with loyalty that runs generations deep refused to let it go. A new locally owned Weidmann brewery opened in 2018, reviving its famed Bohemian Special Brew along with many others tasty and innovative craft beers. So we need to go to Newport, guys. That's
I'm down.
Field trip.
Yes, absolutely. It says Geo Weidmann
Chocolate cake,
Brewing Company,
Coconut.
Cincinnati, Ohio. So that's even like Cincinnati area.
chocolate, coconut, and lactose.
Hashtag this is fine beer.
It is.
That's good, man. I like it.
It's not an interesting can by any means, but it's kind of, I don't know.
Not as cool as the other two cans.
Right. But it's an interesting.
I don't know if it tastes better either. I mean, like, I don't know what my favorite is today because I thought they all were good.
This is really, really good. This is like my normal kind of I like the dark, stouty stuff, but
I'm
man,
starting to really like those.
but
too.
man, that second one, that was damn good.
It was, man.
I thought it was pretty good.
Like, just good for different occasions or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this would be good to drink at, like, I don't know.
This is like a Christmas
Thanksgiving or Christmas or something.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you would be. I feel like you could drink this with a real savory meal, and this is like your dessert. That's not,
Yeah.
like.
Your dessert instead of having an actual chocolate
Right,
cake.
yeah, you'd be like, what? Well, I feel like, cause I'm feeling like steak. And so when I had the first time I ever had that dragon's milk that I bought you the same thing, there were two different bottles. One was like the regular dragon's milk, and then one was, I swear,
There's a peppermint one.
that's what I thought, it was like a minty one. And so they were, but it was like on that particular bottle. I don't think they do it on the regular bottles of the 6-packs, but this was specifically for that. It was like a holiday 2-pack. But they told you
Came
exactly
like
what a recipe for, well, not like a complete recipe, but it told you exactly what to pair it with, like how to make the meal, like what you should make.
I still have the glass that came with that gift set. I still use it all the time.
It's like it's a wine glass with a short stem. I don't know what I'm sure
Tulip
there's a,
glass or something. I don't know what tulip. I don't know what the actual
I don't know
technical
what it
term
is.
is. But it's about this big with a nice stem on it. And it's a fancy glass. For drinking fancy beers like a fancy man
That's right.
in fancy pants.
This is really good.
It is.
I'm liking it. I'm not. There's something weird about it. I thought it would be sweeter, which it's not bad.
It's
I
plenty
can't
sweet.
say I'm like super disappointed in it. by
It's got
any
like
means.
a bitterish aftertaste, but
Uh-huh.
not like to where it's like disgusting or anything.
Right.
So it's like a dark chocolate flavor. And I can like, with the coconut, I'm just sitting here picturing like a really moist chocolate cake that's got like really thick shaved coconut in it.
Fair.
And it's one of those like thick, really thick coconut where you could just kind of like chew on the coconut specifically while you're eating it.
Yeah, I don't dig coconut very much.
That's what I'm getting out of this.
So
Now I want some damn cake.
when I went to Florida, I went to a place. I forget what it's called. Fuck.
That was a good place.
It was a good place. I'm going to look on here because I know I posted it on our Facebook.
So for the record, she is banned on Facebook and like 3 other
Oh
people
god,
are.
for like 30 days. I think I probably got about 15 days left.
You didn't even show a tip.
I didn't.
The only time I've ever been banned from Facebook was when my phone decided to share a picture of a giant fucking dildo from Wish.
That's hilarious. That's good stuff.
And like I didn't even know it did it. It was like, you've been banned. I'm like, what? One of your posts has been flagged as offensive. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's
It wouldn't let me
hilarious.
see the picture, and I'm like, what did I post? What did I do? You've been banned for a week. Why?
I've been liking what everybody else has been posting when I haven't. Last time I was banned, I was able to interact as the Strobing Butt Plug. This time it will not let me.
It wouldn't even let me tag you on the picture I put up.
That's great. So this is Big Top Brewing. It was in Pensacola, Florida. So I looked up like breweries in that area, and there was a couple of them, but I chose that particular one because it piqued my interest because it reminded me of the Beercus. So it was like the circus that Ron and I had gone to in Kentucky. And so this Big Top in Pensacola.
It's like a big circus area. There's a lot of them winter down there anyway, so.
Well,
Florida in general anyway.
It was really loud. Like they played the music really loud in there. Well, they were also doing, they had trivia that particular night. I didn't partake in the trivia. I was there, I think that was our first night in there. But like they had some stuff that I wouldn't have thought for beer. Like they had a Rainbow Unicorn, and it was like a lemon sour IPA. So it was actually really good. Like some people there, they told me like, hey,
If I
try
drank
this.
more than one of these, I'd be fucked up.
Yes. Because when I went to that particular brewery, they had like one of those you scan with your phone, and you're supposed to be able to get their ales, and you get their most common ones that are all in can, but it's not like they had them there on tap. Some of them they did have there on tap, but I was like kind of pissed off because I really didn't have like a tap list, and they're like, well, we don't print out a menu because they like, switch them out so often. I'm like, this is fucking dumb.
Or COVID, it's their excuse to be lazy.
Right. So I had to go out there. I had to go up to the thing, and you really couldn't even read on the tap. So I was like trying to choose, and so I had some people there that were like from the area that was telling me some more about some of these beers. But I had one called This Is South. That was a Southern Porter with a kick to it. That was actually pretty good too. Babalicious, which was it was a raspberry Berliner. That was I had some really good ones. There was a couple that there was one that I wanted, and they closed off that tap because it was empty, and I don't remember what it was called, but the tap handle had a picture of Freddie Mercury on it, so I'm kind of wondering why they had they were all really weird. And there was one, so they had posters up for some of them, and they did not have this particular one there, but they had some kind of like a bubblegum ale, like a bubblegum beer, and I'm like, these are really weird to the point where, because I would try it, but I don't know that I would like it. I don't
know if I'd like it.
I think it would be good.
I would have to try it. I don't
think it would be good.
I don't care for bubblegum flavored shit.
I love bubblegum.
Well, like bubblegum bubblegum is like mint and banana flavor mixed
You
together.
said that before. I know I had to
That makes
look
sense
that
that
up.
I would like it.
But
I like both of those.
so I could see like getting like what was it, the Hefeweizen we had? You said tasted like banana water or something.
No, it was fucking hot dog water, and that it's supposed to have banana, I think, and like the Hefeweizen was that shitty one I had. I actually had a different one that I drank at home, and I wish I would have saved that to bring here because it was really fucking good.
But they can have banana flavor, and if you add a bit of like a mint to that, I guess you could probably pull bubblegum out of that. I've never really tried mixing those two flavors myself. I would have problems if it's too bubblegum, like overwhelming.
Right.
Like drinking a beer that tastes like bubblegum would fuck with you bad.
I feel like
Depending on what flavor of bubblegum would be alright. Like if I cotton candy beer or something, that would be fun. I would try it.
Remember when we were like addicted to that
Yes!
bubblegum?
It's funny because like I often think about this when I go to the front of the store, but I don't really look very hard for the stuff. But I'm like, does that gum even exist
I
anymore?
have no idea.
I don't
pay
readily
attention
see it
anymore.
Because I know I think about it, but I don't look for it. But I know I'm not seeing I'm like kind of like you're just seeing all the most like Trident and like everything like that. Like just like
I don't really pay attention. Like
I don't know if like they don't market bubblegum like they used to when we were kids.
I don't see commercials for anything ever.
Or like, if it's just one of those things they're like, yeah, it's bubblegum, we don't care. It's like, back in the day it used to be Coke versus Pepsi. Fuck you,
It was like
man.
a really big issue.
You know,
Everything
and
was
then-
It's
very-
still an issue.
And then, now...
It is, but like it used to be super competitive with the commercials.
And now they're just like, we don't fucking care. Drink Coke because fuck you, or drink Pepsi because fuck you.
Right. Like I feel like the only thing that I would really see bubblegum wise is bubble tape. Like my kids have had that. You know what we did? I know we did this. We chewed so much of that, and I have the Big Leagues chew still.
Ah,
but we did the bubble
Chew so
tape.
much of it, your jaw gets tired?
No, so we chewed. We chewed. I don't know. Like we didn't combine our gums, and I don't know which one of us took our gum, and we put it on the street. I think we put it by the church. There, like I forget what the side road is, but it was Oak Road and that church there that's almost out of town.
The one that I used to go to when I was a kid.
Yeah, and so like we put it on the ground, and you put your foot on it, and then we just walked it and stretched it so far down, like down
How do I remember that?
down by Heather's house. Like it was blocks, like 2 or 3. Well, it's more than 2 blocks. It was probably 3. Even upwards about 5 blocks. Like it was about halfway through fucking town. Like
did we like chew a whole thing of bubble tape or something? Is that what
I think we did. Each of us, unless each of us, maybe either each of us chewed a whole thing and we just used one of our gums. Because I feel like, I almost feel like I spit it out because I just couldn't take it anymore. I was like, ugh, like this is hurting. And then like we decided to stretch the other one out. Or maybe we each just chewed half of it. So we either had 6 feet or 3 feet of gum in our mouth. Like
we did the most ridiculous thing.
But no, so for your comparison, so like like getting to like the end of town in Pittsburgh where the high school is, that road. So if you're on that main drag, we've probably stretched it out almost to where the post office would be. So
Nice.
about damn near halfway through town.
Damn.
Like it, like good 4 blocks. Like it was a small town.
That's a lot of bubble gum.
Bubblegum, it was a lot of bubblegum. But no, so okay, back to this brewery. I wanted to go to several breweries, but I'm like, I didn't want to drag my family. Like we're going out to eat places. I didn't want to choose because of the beer selection they had, so like we did like food selection. So we didn't go to any other breweries or anything that had any interesting beers. And I feel like I only drank 2 days out of like the 6 days we were gone. But so the last one, the one that I had that I absolutely loved, I wanted to buy a 6-pack of it, but I wasn't checking any bags on the plane, and I didn't want to have to like wait for a fucking bag and pay an extra $40 just to bring back beer. But so this was it's called Hawaiian Lion Coconut Coffee beer, and it was so fucking good. Like it was similar to this, but way better. Like it had like the sweet to it, and you could really taste the coconut in it, but the coffee in it was like super delicious. And I wanted to go back because I had like, a lot of like the stuff in the fridge on the way out, and I was like, dude, that looks so fucking good. Like I would have gone back. Like it would have, had I felt like, I don't know, our hotel had really uncomfortable beds and the room just sucked. But had we been in a bigger, nicer hotel room to where it would have been like nice to lay in bed and be comfortable. Like I just wanted to sleep whenever I got in that bed, so I wouldn't have to feel how uncomfortable the bed was. But if the bed was super comfortable, I would have had many different beers that I would have taken back and tried. But those were all really good. I feel like you could get a hold of them in other places too. Like I think I looked it up, or like it's Pensacola area, so.
Yeah, it's a pretty touristy area. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm supposed to be going on a little field trip with my dad next week, leaving Wednesday and getting back Sunday for a tractor show thing in Michigan, because I haven't done one of those with him in a long damn time, and it sounds like something fun to do.
It's free vacation though.
Pretty much.
I like
And part of me is like, most of those things are out in the middle of the boonies where there's nothing. I'm kind of like, I wonder if I look up a brewery, how hard it would be to talk Dad into going to that, because usually anything craft beer is like, it's not a Bud Light, I'm not really.
Don't mention beer, don't mention brewery, because I bet they would have something super basic there for one, and say, there's this really good place where I think you would really like the food, Dad, this is what it's called. And
well, I always try to get him out of his shell and do things. That's why I like going on those trips with him.
I bet if I was there and I mentioned the place, he'd be like, yeah, sounds amazing, let's fucking go.
Oh, I'll get him.
He loves me. He really
I'll get him to do it. It'll take like...
It wouldn't take no begging.
No, it'll take like a day to get him out of his like normal funk. That's how those trips always are.
If I was, he's into like the chain restaurant thing, like you have to go to a restaurant he's heard of.
No, it's not so much the chain restaurant. It's we have to go to the fancy restaurant. You can't run to the McDonald's and grab a cheeseburger and get back to the thing. do whatever. No, you gotta go to, you can't do anything lower quality than like a Texas Roadhouse or an Olive Garden.
I think she was going on the lines
That's
with
what I meant.
like
That was
the
a chain restaurant.
Yeah.
right. It's more so like he old dude set in his ways. Like I have to have this.
Like you're not
because
going
this
to-
is what I'm pre-programmed to like.
Well, this is why I want to go to get him to do that, you know?
Like you're not going to like a local like restaurant, like like a small mom and pop place or whatever.
Hey, sometimes those are the best fucking places.
Right? I know.
Yeah. But we'll see how that works out next week. My favorite part about it is my daughter has been begging me and pleading with me that, oh, Dad, just leave me at home alone the whole week. I'll be fine. And I'm going, nope, you have two options. You can either go stay with your mom for the time I'm gone, or you can go stay with my girlfriend. But
I would choose the girlfriend.
well, you know.
Right.
And she's sitting here trying everything in her power to make it happen. I'm going, nah. And she was even going so far as to say that, well, what about my lizards and my reptiles? I have to be there every day to maintain them. I'm not going to make them drive back and forth. And I'm like, yeah, Francis's son is 22 years old and he doesn't work. He can fucking drive you back and forth. What? He can drive you back and forth. It doesn't matter. He can do it. Just tell him to do it. Make him your bitch.
I would play a shitty joke and be like, okay, fine, you can stay there, and then just be like, hey, Francis, you want to spend the week at my house?
That'd be fun.
I'd be like, yeah, you can stay home. And then...
She's giving me this whole, well, don't you care that I have fun? And honestly, no.
No, you have plenty of fun. You're a fucking child, and you don't have a job. You have no responsibility.
You had this whole damn summer off, and so fuck off.
My kid worked his fucking summer away. I don't think he minded it, though. Like, he hated his job, and he'd go straight from his job to doing football. But every week he put a check in. He probably spent $60 all summer working 3 months, and he's like, I'm rich, and I'm just like, he liked having money. Like, and then he still had, like, the weekends he'd go out and play, or, maybe after football practice he'd go hang out with his football buddies. So, he was never home, but I don't think it was a bother to him. Like,
well, you were sitting there earlier.
He worked his summer away, but he was able to enjoy it, too.
I don't know if it was dinner earlier, and the thing you're talking about, how do people get, like, all this money and shit and kids working and things like that.
Like back when we were stretching gum across town, we didn't know how good we had it.
Yeah, when you're stretching gum across town, those other people, they were out making money. They were working their ass off. Right. That's why they got money now.
Well, we were we weren't even old enough to work when we did that. I feel like I don't.
Right, I bet we were like 13ish.
Probably.
Like a 13ish.
I think that's what. Yeah.
13. It was.
I can kind of peg the ages. I'm like.
It was
that
last.
Sounds like something we did.
Don't let them lie. While they were on their COVID
like
vacation, they were chewing on the gum and walking up and down the street.
I
probably would.
I almost thought about just coming over every day and getting drunk with you. Like, what are we gonna do? Get each other's COVID? Like.
That would have been cool.
I thought about it, but I was
just drink.
Like,
that'd been a great time.
One of us gave it to the other one.
That'd been a great time
I
to
feel
drink
like
that.
because I was wondering if that's
I'm
like.
assuming.
I got vaccinated. I didn't get it because, well, I got lucky. That's my only response.
Got lucky.
I got fucking lucky. I did not need another.
Bad.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't bad.
I did not want another fucking COVID vacation.
No.
I love my COVID vacation.
I didn't get paid for mine, but
I got happier and happier as it went on. I was
Absolutely.
like, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like, if I never talk to somebody else again, I don't know if I would care.
So my COVID vacation back in December, I had to fucking work because I'm a goddamn contractor. I was working from home.
That would blow ass.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be too bad.
And then there was like the one shift
I feel like I'm too sick.
There was one shift that they were like, by the way, since you work from home and it doesn't matter anyway, we want you to get online at 3 a.m. and do these things to the server. Damn it.
If there was any company meetings, I would have spent them all on the toilet. And even if I did not have diarrhea or have to shit,
I would turn the webcam on.
Yeah. I would try to make. Like I would like fake shit noises in the background.
They control the mute button, right?
That's fair. But at the very least, like you sitting on the toilet, I would have been shirtless. I'd been like sweating, be like, oh, COVID, oh, it's the worst. And they'd be like, dude, you just.
Oh, the worst part is that like they were like, yeah, don't mention the COVID thing in the meetings. We're not really supposed to let you be working, but we understand.
They're not letting you because they just didn't want to pay you, and they wanted the work to get done.
They were that's the opposite actually. They wanted to pay me, so they wanted to pay me, but they didn't technically have to. technically have to let me work from home, but they did. So it was actually pretty damn cool.
You're
of them.
supposed to get the money for free. Like, not for free, but you're supposed to get paid to stay home and not work.
Well, you know how that
They
is.
didn't wanna
It's a
do that.
contractor thing, man.
Right.
You're a contractor, monkey bitch, you do what you can.
Absolutely. So, one of the things, so we were in Florida, like I was talking, we went to the beach nearly every day. I had one of the most disturbing things I've probably ever heard in my life, let alone at the beach, from my son. Like, or like in the water and shit, and I'm like swimming up to him, and I look him straight in the eye, and he goes, "Mom, you go away from me, I'm peeing." I've been waiting like 3 weeks to be able to tell it, 2 weeks. But I was like, I can't forget that, and I almost forgot it. So I had to get
great.
that. I had to
I
get
can just
that.
see it. Swims up, Mom, I'm peeing. You are literally swimming in my piss right now.
Okay, but which
Jake
kid?
or Logan?
I was gonna say, which kid said this?
Logan.
Absolutely.
Definitely Logan. I don't even know your kids, but that sounds like a Logan thing.
You met them
Yeah.
once.
Jake's gonna be like,
He would probably be the dick that would just laugh because I'm swimming in his piss. He would be like, "Hey, Mom, come here," and he would like swim away, and he'd be laughing. I'm like, "What the motherfucker laughing about?" And then like I wouldn't find out till way later when he'd probably like try to laugh to Logan and be like, "Oh, Mom's swimming in my pee," and then he'd be like, "Oh, that's not." Logan would be the one to be like, "Oh, you swam in Jacob's pee." I'm like, "God damn it." I would totally have pissed
hey,
on
why'd
that
this water
too.
suddenly get warmer?
I would have.
He's
Well,
like,
the water
wake up
was so warm.
in the middle of the night one day, and you just feel like a room pissing.
You get that she-weed thing worked out.
That's what, I think this was yesterday. Yesterday I was at the house, the boys were eating at the table, and Jacob's usually a dick to me and like does, like he always farts on me like all the time, so I was like, fuck it. So I was like, I looked at the boys, I was like, hey, should I do it? And they're like, what? And I was like, should I do it? And they're like, what? And Logan's like, you should totally do it. And then I was like, ran over to Jacob and like lifted my leg and farted on him. That's the type of shit. I would never do it to Logan because he's so sweet and he doesn't do that kind of shit. Jacob's the kind of shit, he does all that shit. So it's like I did do that to him, but that's where in the water Jacob would have been the one peeing and laughing and then swimming away, and then Logan's like, "You go away from me, I'm peeing." Like, oh, that's awkward.
Did he lock eyes with you?
Yes, it was like the weirdest. I was like, oh Jesus, this is so
Mom,
weird.
this is so serious. I'm peeing right now. What? I'm literally peeing. Okay, that's not awkward, but.
I was just like, oh, okay.
Then he comes up to you later. He's like, "I love you, Mom." Gives you a big old hug.
That wouldn't bother me. I don't think he would have done that like that because
While you're still in the water.
He peed over there. Like it's not like it came with him. You know, like 20 minutes later.
Missy, if we go swimming in the ocean, I'm gonna totally come up and give you a big hug while I'm peeing.
I will try to pee right that moment, just in case you are peeing. I wouldn't care if
I will shit on you.
I will shit in the water. That's what I will do. Gonna
Be like,
shit.
It'll be like a floater.
I'd be like, damn it, I was just joking. I wanted to make you think I was peeing on you. Nope, totally shit. That's my turn.
Nope, that's not shit. That's a rare poo fish.
A rare poo fish. That's great. They were for the longest time. Logan was trying to catch fish by hand. He never caught a. He would catch them and they would smack them up above water. And Jacob found a sand dollar. Like we'd get all kinds of sand dollar pieces, but he's like, "What's this?" I'm like, "That's a live sand dollar, dude." It was like, you know, he showed it to me. I was like, "Go ahead and show your brother and dad, whatever." And just put it back in the water because it was alive. And there was at one point, so we did jet skis, and I had Logan on. No, I had Jacob on with me, and it was so funny. This is another stereotype I'm getting ready to put out there. So Logan was with Larry, Jacob was with me, and we were trying to like basically balance the weight because I forget what there was like the recommended weight limit they put on for the jet skis, but you could immediately tell they didn't care because there was like a group of people in there before us. There was 3 Mexicans piled onto one jet ski, and I'm just like, all right, that is the thing. I've seen like 10 Mexicans pile out of
realistically,
a 3-seat truck. Like,
realistically, once you pay them and you sign off the waiver, they don't fucking care.
Well, they allowed them to do it. Like, it wasn't like that was just the thing they did. They, you know, it's like
all the jet skis are insured, so fuck it.
And well, it's if you wrecked like an inch by inch square on that, you paid almost $300 per inch by inch square. So if you had like a big area that you fucked up, you were responsible for that, and it was like $300 for that. So if you had the whole side of it, you probably bought more than that fucking jet ski. But so anyway, like, you know, like they're driving and I'm following Logan and Larry, and I point them out and I see like a dolphin, like you see their fins, they're coming up playing with like everybody on the water. And so me and Jacob saw it and I pointed it out, and Larry was cruising right at him like really fast, and then he slowed down. And I was like, oh, he must have seen him. I'm gonna slow down. So later when we stopped and got kind of close to each other, I was like, you see this dolphin? He's like, no. I was like, you almost fucking hit him, dude.
Faster than
I'm gonna
light.
take that out. And it'll stay. Alrighty. So,
She was talking about Flipper.
oh, that's alright. So these dolphin that I thought Larry saw that he almost hit, he said he did not see them. And I'm like, Logan saw him. He goes, oh, I saw him, Dad. He's like, you didn't point him out to me? And so we cruised around for a little bit longer. I think we rented these jet skis for like an hour, but we saw more dolphin. They get close.
Yeah.
They get. Yeah, it's really
Did you
cool.
guys do like, you should do one of those, like, should have did one of those dolphin like swim with things. There's a video I've seen on the internet a bunch of times where some chick was doing that and this male dolphin like
Humps them.
and like you could see at the end of the video that like, you know, the dolphin humped her, and it clearly came because like the people that run the place are like running real quick to like wash the dolphin jizz off her
That's
swimsuit.
great. I've not seen that. I've seen them where there's people getting humped by dolphins, but I've never seen them like rush to get them.
You
cleaned
could have
off.
got a piece of ass in Florida. Come on,
There
man.
you go. I could have.
You could be having like a half mermaid, half dolphin baby or some shit.
No, we almost did a boating dolphin tour, and we did the jet skis instead. And so when I said, so we're going to do that dolphin tour tomorrow, they were all like, why should we? We already saw a dolphin. I'm like, okay, fair point. I'll save my money. You know, because like, I think the jet skis were like $300 to rent 2 of them for a fucking hour. And that's about, like, I think it would have been like a few hour tour for the dolphin tours, but that's still going to be like $300 fucking dollars. And then the fishing, they want to do like ocean fishing, but that was like they were booked until the end of August or something. So like they booked like way out. So if you're ever gonna go to Florida and you want to do shit, contact places in advance just to, hey, how often do you get booked? You know, are you booked daily or?
I wonder if that's like their normal booking or because like people couldn't do anything last year in COVID.
There are so many. Everybody in my Facebook timeline is going to the same place I did. Well, I went there because I've been there before. But that's literally like, I didn't, not to cut you off, but
No, you're fine.
we're saying the same thing. But yeah, that's, I wonder if that's a COVID thing. Like everybody couldn't go anyplace, so now they're like vacationing right now while they can.
Like on my Facebook, there's like 3 or 4 separate groups of people that are in fucking Gatlinburg right now.
Right. I've not seen anybody mention Gatlinburg.
My,
They all mentioned Fort Walton, Florida.
My old work wife, she just got back from a freaking like week and a half honeymoon down there. Then a person that lived down the road from me did it, and then like a couple other folks. I'm going, apparently it's time to go to Gatlinburg.
Right. It's most people go. Seem they go springtime. I see that a lot. I think I almost think it's a COVID thing because I've never seen people vacationing like this. Well, I mean, people were getting their those checks that we all got.
No, the stimmy checks.
So I mean, maybe they saved those. Maybe like, you know.
Maybe they paid for all the shit with the stimmy checks way back when, and
Because right. Well, I was gonna
they're
say
just now using them because I know there was a lot of shit like most of the good concerts.
the majority.
They're all being pushed to like late August, September.
The majority of the people that I've seen going to Florida vacations, they're all in the medical field, so they didn't get shut down. Like they didn't have to use that to survive. So they all just kept their jobs, kept working, probably worked extra, maybe got bonus pay for working, and then all their, you know, their stimulus checks they just used for vacations and stuff. Because I've not seen people in my timeline ever do vacations like this, like they are now, and everybody went to the same fucking place.
No, like right now I'd love to do a vacation, but money, bills, fucking bills.
I thought about doing another one, but yeah, I don't have vacation days at my job, so I have to build the money, the funds to get that, and I have to catch up from that. Especially like I took 1 day off work. I wasn't expecting to take 3 because of COVID.
Man, at least it was only 3.
One was vacation, 2 was COVID days. So it was cool. Because I took COVID to Florida. Apparently I didn't realize it until after I got back. So I was making jokes about the Delta variant and I gave Florida the D. Florida the D and I gave my kid the D. The one that was trying to keep from peeing on
I
me.
think she gave me the D.
I may have gave her the D. Hell.
Or I gave it to her. I don't know.
Yeah, one of us gave each other the D. Apparently.
That's hot. Girl on girl D given action.
Yeah.
So we are getting ready to come up on time.
Ooh, do we learn anything today?
What did we learn today, Ariana?
I got nothing right now.
I must
Come
have
back to me.
My learnings are we should also record while we're eating because apparently.
Yeah.
I learned that you
I've been
guys.
saying that for months.
I
Yes,
learned that the
yes.
teenage versions of you had extremely strong jaw muscles, and you used them well to trade
It
scum
served us
all
well
over
in
town.
adulthood.
That's right. It's like it's just like, oh, this is what we do as teens. This is why we're such successful adults at some things. Like, so there you go.
It's like, I wouldn't know.
Like, damn it, I'm getting screwed, not in a good way.
What else did I learn? I learned that you picked out some damn good shit this week. I like that.
I did. I've had that probably for 3 months because I bought a good bunch of beer. About to have to stock up again. I think I only have 2 beers at home.
I'm exciid for this weekend.
Me too.
For all my shit because I've got, I think, maybe total between 10 to 15 people supposed to show up.
I thought you said shit.
Enough.
That is enough.
That's the ones that have put on
Shit
Facebook.
for me.
Right.
And,
Oh,
then,
yeah,
and then
definitely.
I've said you can bring, people ask me, am I bring this person, extra bring this person, extra? Sure, bring them all.
Hell yeah.
So what did you learn, Ariana?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Same thing you guys learned. I can't think of anything.
I also learned
I
that
kind of forget what we
Ariana,
talked about.
I
but
know,
I was
like I
trashed
said.
out the gate.
I need to start taking notes.
I was trashed out the
I also
fucking
learned
gate.
that Ariana may in fact be some kind of a witch because she knows her herbs.
It's true.
And
Fucking
she
pick
was-
some wild dill weed from her yard.
Yes, and if we keep her keep giving the witch Ariana beer, she won't turn into her scary witch form and curses.
See?
That's right, with the fucking deformed elbows. That's what she does. They turn, they fucking, yeah! There you go, they bend.
Gross.
She would do
Mine
like
only goes straight.
here in a minute. She's gonna do this exorcist shit and
I'll be,
walk
like,
up the
climbing
stairs
down the
backwards.
stairs,
There you go, hell
And
yeah.
then she's gonna start rotating her head and spitting pea
I'm
soup
gonna
everywhere.
start practicing that for Halloween.
That would be funny.
That'd be awesome.
You would be that clown,
Yeah, I'll be the clown from fucking House Without Corpses.
and then she could be,
You could be Reagan from The Exorcist.
there you go.
Okay.
And then we just gotta figure out something for you.
Yeah.
I just need a nightgown then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much. You got piss, a bunch of piss all over the floor.
No problem. We're drinking all kinds of beer. It shouldn't be an issue.
There you go. There you go.
So,
Yeah.
visit us at the Strobing.
Strobing.com.
YouTube, Facebook, all the other damn places. Where's all the
That's
places
right.
missing?
We have
Like,
TikTok.
subscribe.
Yeah. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and am I missing something? Our website.
Some looper video shit.
Strobingbuttplug.com.
If there's anything you want us to talk about, not want us to talk about, we didn't have any real shit
And you
conversations.
tell us you don't want us to talk about something, that's you're just
We're
setting
definitely
yourself up.
talking about
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Please tell us you don't want us to cover specific topics.
Tell us what to drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's, I take, whip it out and pee in a glass and we all three drink it.
No.
I think we can do better
No.
than that. We can do better than that.
Fucking
We'll go
yeah.
get Bud Light, okay? That's piss in a glass, right?
Piss in a glass is
Hams?
Yes, it is. I was gonna say Coors. Hams would also be piss
Oh,
in
we
a
gotta
glass.
get some fucking hams. Real quick, yeah.
For your party.
No, for this shit. Because I read that their fucking Coors Ruins Hams is canceling hams.
Oh, we gotta get some hams to try then.
Yeah, I fucking read that in the last 2 weeks.
Be angry about the hams.
Yeah, because now it's gonna be one of those things where it's rare and exclusive.
A rare exclusive hams. Ugh, that would fucking.
And then we'll do it and be like, well, this is why they're canceling that shit.
Right. It should be canceled.
And on that note, strobingbuttplug.com. Later.
Yeah.